in today's episode of Simulation Sunday. What the hell is this? Look at this. 700 pip 700 pip daily candle. Well, how are we gonna find an entry here? Oh my god, this is gonna be painful. Yo, what up, what up? Welcome to a new simulation session. Today we're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna be trading GBP JPY, and we're not gonna trade the lower time frame because that's absolutely insane. Let's start off with a random date as always, right? 29th of April 2024, and we're gonna try to get 8%, and let's create this session. Now GBP JPY is something else than Euro USD. This asset is absolutely vile and volatile unless it starts to consolidate like this. Then we're kind of cooked. So what the hell is this? Look at this. 700 pip 700 pip daily candle. All right, this looks absolutely insane. Monthly candle, very bullish. Weekly candle, absolutely distorted as well. Daily candle. Well, how are we gonna find an entry here? Oh my god, this is gonna be painful. Wow, we have so many equal lows as well. We're extremely bullish on the higher time frame, so that's kind of... This could be a bait, right? It could be a bait, but on the 4 hour we don't have proper closure either for lower. We don't have a low risk sell printed either. It's an extremely dangerous situation here. But this day, I don't know what happened here. Like, this is a 700 pip daily candle. Let's look at the news. No economic news. Oh yeah, something crazy happened on this day. I have no clue what happened. I will try to look for what happened here during editing, and then I will edit it into the video. Oh, fat interest rates. Okay, this is gonna be cooked, man. I already feel this is gonna be like it's gonna be a crazy simulation. Right, we don't have anything to work with here. We have an insane 400 pip 1 hour candle for some reason. If I want to sell, I need this high to get run, right? And then I need to see some signature as well. But let's divide up the days first. All right, let's see what the week starts off with. Besides this insane dump here. There we go. Slightly? No, it's still relative equal. Not convinced. We need to run more. There we go. We run it. Nothing much is happening. We have interest rates on Wednesday for the federal funds rates. That is probably going to go sideways until then. And interest rates is at 2 p.m. Let's see what it does. Oh, hallelujah. I wanted to short right above this high, but there's no way to get in here. 500 pip 1 hour candle. All right. Let's go to the next daily candle. Can we work with this? That's the question. I think we can. I think we can. We have something to work with right now. We're in premium of this last leg here. Let's look at the daily. Oh, let's look at the weekly. Weekly looks absolutely cooked. There's a 4 hour on daily effigy might form today, honestly. We already ran the previous 4 hour high during Asia. Do I want to get in above the high, or are we just going to short here and put our stop here? I think. Wow, there's 180 pip stop loss, by the way. Well, we have to use this massive sized stop losses, honestly. We're just going to short here. I'm just going to put it on the high because I'm expecting price to go all the way down to the lows, right? So, and this should be the high. This is 2.7 R, and we'll scale in if it shows another entry. We go in with 2% as always. And let's see if we can actually run lower. If it runs the high again, that's fine. That's why the stop loss is a little bit wider. Right, this looks pretty good. Man, this is actually... There's some crazy price action, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see a scale in entry yet, but I'm just gonna let this run, I guess. Okay. Alright, we're almost at this low here. We're up, what is it, 3%? How much is this? Is this 2R? This was barely 2R. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna close like most of it. We're gonna close 75%. So we have a little bit of meat in our balance, right? And we'll put our stop loss at break even. So this is a first successful trade on the most crazy asset here. If it runs to the low, we pop another 1.3%, which makes us go halfway, which is pretty nice. So let's this just run, see what it does. Right, so this is consolidation. So what we have is cycle over here. We didn't take out the low either, right? We did slightly. Let's look at the 4H. Yeah, this does not look like it wants to retrace. If it does, though, there should be another opportunity, but we're gonna wait for the 1 hour to go back into sell side of the curve. Because I'm kind of scared here. This asset is scary. This fair value gap kind of has my eye. This is the one that's most in premium. I think this is a new weekly candle as well. This is Friday. So the last day of the month. Or is this the last day of the month? No, we're in a new monthly candle as well. Let's reevaluate. So yeah, we look to be going to a previous monthly low. So yeah, I actually like this. This looks pretty good. There's no daily fair value gap or anything, so we might not go all the way up here. It looks like it's probably gonna just run lower from a consolidation, but if it does return here, we'll see what structure does. Okay. We're kinda retracing right now. Let's see on the 4H. Do we have actual... I hate this so much, this low got run, so it might go all the way up here as well. Right, we definitely need to wait for some sort of confirmation. We use the most recent range. This is premium. This is also for value gap in premium on the 4H. Daily looks kinda scary. This is the start of the new weekly candle. Okay, we can expect a weekly high to be formed in this area. And we're just gonna wait until the 1 hour shows us it wants to go into sell side of the curve, right? If we do run up all the way in there. Okay, we go to premium. No, oh, we hit this gap. See if we can get a signature of lower. If not, then not convinced yet. We just ran the low. Right, if we start to drop from here, we might have an opportunity. Nope, we are going sideways. Not a good sign for lower. Right, because we have a market cycle consolidation after it reversed below a low. Right, so we might have to switch up the bias here. This asset is so scary, man. And daily time frame does not look like it wants to... Oh, we have this daily fair value gap here. I didn't even spot that. We might have to switch the bias here. Do we close the rest of the position? It's only $300. I don't think we should close it. We're just gonna keep it just in case. Just in case price does decide to go lower for some reason. Okay, so if I look at the 1 hour, we're definitely in bullish order flow, right? We're running lows, displacing up higher. Can't buy all the way up above this high. I don't like to do that. So we're just gonna let it run a little bit here. See what this cooks up. Tricky. The Asia also did a pretty big drop lower. I'm not convinced about higher yet, especially with the weekly candle, right? Look at the weekly candle, just all the way going all the way up. No lower wick, almost no lower wick either. So I'm definitely gonna wait a little bit. Not seeing anything I like. So this is different than euro. Definitely, this is kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. With the daily. Daily does indicate higher, but this is Friday. We're just gonna let this run. Honestly, I don't see anything I like right now. And you don't have to trade if you don't like it, right? You have the power to execute yourself. Nobody's forcing you to take an execution. We have a daily FEG up here. This is where we might find another run lower, honestly. This weekly candle is an inside bar, so previous weekly high run is very possible. This monthly candle might have created the low, honestly. I want to see how it reacts if we run that high. Because they're building up an insane trend line here. Yeah, let's wait for that. Can we run in that gap? We did. Do we have any indication we want to run lower? Nope, not really. We're super high in premium. Daily FEG closed above. It closed above the daily FEG as well. No lower wick on the weekly time frame either. And I'm way too scared to look for a buy right now. Because if we wanted to look for a buy, we should have done it here already. However, we're all the way up here now, so I will wait for a bearish signature. If it keeps dropping or keeps running higher, we'll just let it run, you know. Just gonna wait till we kick into sell side of the curve, because Mr. OT is scared too long here. And I actually have a friend who trades GBP JPY, like only GBP JPY. It's kind of mental. I don't know how he does it. Right, so we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullish daily candles in a row without any sort of retracement. 4H very bullish. We can... I have to wait for a bearish signature. I can't long all the way up here. Just gonna let this run. Okay, we might have something here to work with. I want to use this. This is the last area where we went higher from, right? So if we violate that, we can use that as a mitigation area. So I'm gonna mark that out. Right, so this area here. Can we close below it on the 4H? We have to close below it, right? Okay, there we go. So this is a good closure for lower. Is this a new weekly candle? No, we already have this one. This is a Thursday. Yeah, once we go back into this mitigation area, right? I'm gonna do this. Stop on the high. And we have this massive trend line, right? And we need, what do we need? We're gonna aim for this little gap here. Not all the way to the low. This is 2.3R. Let's do a 2% limit. And we're expecting this to be the high of the weekly candle, right? So if we retrace, we should see another drop lower. And we'll scale in on the 1 hour if it does give us an entry. Let's skip ahead. We get tagged. Okay, this does not look good. We just did a massive run up again. It's extremely bullish, I guess. Yeah. Why is the daily candle there? And why is the 4 hour there? Something is off here. Look, we're all the way up here, but the daily candle is down here. I think we have a data issue over here. Alrighty, yeah, I guess so. We'll probably get stopped out here. We'll look for another one. Okay, let's remove this one. Bro, how mental is this asset? It's just this just keeps going higher and higher. And I'm super uncomfortable on this asset, by the way. So it might be a rough simulation. I think because we formed this new leg up, I think we can long from discount here as well. I want to use this volume imbalance. This looks pretty good, actually. For a continuation, we'll put a low here. And we're going to aim all the way for this wick high. It's pretty far away. This is like 4.6R. Obviously, we're going to partial in between. We're going to put a buy limit here. And this is based off the 1 hour range. And this area should not get violated, right? Because we have this fair value gap, right? And this is the new leg up. And I like this. We'll run the lower time frame. Yeah, we'll run lower time frame stops here, right? So we're turtle soup the lows, and then we should continue up higher. Get tagged. See if we can run higher. There we go. Form a nice fair value gap here as well. I don't want to risk anything more because we're in an expansion phase. I don't think the previous 4 hour low should get run, so we're gonna go break even actually, right? So let's see where this can run. So we're up 2.8. We need a lot more. We need a little bit more. I'm gonna let this run, right? Okay, this is beautiful. We're up almost 2R. Yeah, almost 2R. I think I'm gonna let it run a little bit further. I don't think this is done yet. This looks like an expansion phase on the 4 hour, and we want to aim for the high. Let me just divide up the wick here. We haven't exceeded 50% of the wick either, so there's still room to go higher. Okay, back to discount. See if we can run higher. Okay, so now we're all the way up into premium, right? Of that wick. There's a displacement leg higher. It looks very likely we're just gonna run all the way up here. I think I'm just gonna hold this position. And how much is that? 9. Oh, that's way too much. We need, what do we need? Is it a one trade banger? We need a 7.7. Can we reach that? I think we can, honestly. We need 7.7. I think we should just hold. There's no reason that this should go lower from here. This is a big swing trade. Don't cook us. Come on. There we go. Look at the realized P&L. Where's my certificate, man? Okay, we passed this challenge. No, you didn't pass. You need 17 cents. No, we passed this. So this is like a literal swing trade, by the way. Look at how long it took. Where did we enter? We entered on this daily candle, which is the 20th, and then we hit TP at 24. So it's a 4-day hold. And I'm not gonna lie, this asset scares the shit out of me. But it's also good to backtest something you're uncomfortable on, just to keep yourself on edge, right? But once again, thank you for joining Simulation Sunday, right? Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next Sunday again.